tend to spend a lot of time thinking about myself. Or who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? Where did I come from? Why am I doing these things? But the more I kind of start thinking about it, the more I also find it puzzling me, and I always end up somewhere where there is no answers. I know in which environments I belong the best, and I know a bit of what I am good at. And I know there's loads of things I could be good at if I would be more determined to try and figure it out. But I also tend to let things kind of come my way, or for the right moment to kind of happen for it. You know, along the line I've been learning different ways to deal with myself and deal with how to look at myself. Usually I find I learn most about myself by seeing other people and letting them in a way reflect myself. I mean, I have a natural tendency of liking to be alone. That's something I always kind of try to do. That's just a natural instinct in me. So, but I also feel alone. So when I'm sitting there all by myself, you know, I can get into this. You know, it gets too much. You know, you want to get out of there, and then you get out in the world, and you feel like a creep, you know, crawling out of the darkness, out in the real world. But it doesn't take long from feeling awkward and then to actually feeling like you're part of something. So, and that's probably the most comforting thing, I think, is it's the moments where I feel part of some bigger thing than myself. Sound like an old man. Yeah, I think the goal is to like yourself and like what you're seeing in the mirror. Just accepting it and feel good about it. And on another level, you can try and change the way you're walking. But I think there is something inside me, or something that I carried along, and some potential that I can try and explore. But it's still and have always been a part of me somehow, and that's the kind of foundation. It's impossible to change. Yeah, how can you be sure about these things? I mean, you can go back to je pense quand je suis. I mean, you know, thinking about what you're doing makes you be the person, like that makes you be, in a way. And I think, you know, once you think about yourself, and you once in a while in your behavior, and you're puzzled by yourself and why and so on, it also puts you somewhere. It gives you a character. When I'm going through a project, they would then kind of shine back in the way I behave, and especially how I feel. If I'm feeling good about what I'm doing in the work, then I'm also feeling good as a person. That's quite one-to-one, and it's not always healthy. But that's the way I've been doing until now, like for the past many years, since I was 16, I think. It's been very much devoting myself to trying to really get it together, my person and what I'm doing, in a way. So I think it really reflects, and it influences one or the other very much. I think I'm still working to kind of really know myself before I can really help anyone else. But in the thing I'm doing, which is music and art, is a lot of reflection. A lot of that goes into the actual work of it. It's just, and I think you know, in my little world, a lot of what I've been working with has, as I said before, been about trying to escape the exact. The exactness of things. So when things gets a bit too exact, when it gets too much set straight up, I'm always getting a little bit nervous about things. I like the unclarity of things. Yeah.